Well, good afternoon, Justin. It's
Hello. Nice to see you again, Pete.
good to see you. So, Justin is the program director of Music and Memory, and he's going to take a little time and chat with us and our membership on just what Music and Memory is and how our two organizations are going to get together and harmonize and do something really wonderful. So Justin, if you could just tell the folks just what your organization does, your mission, what you do.
Absolutely, sure. So our organization, Music and Memory, what we do is we teach use of music to improve quality of life for people living with dementia and other types of physical and cognitive loss. Um, Mainly, we teach healthcare organizations like nursing homes or hospices, but we've since widened our scope to also include community hubs like libraries and other community settings. But essentially, the process is the same. We teach how to set up a program for offering favorite songs, which seems simple enough. But the process really is all about memory recall. We help people find the songs that really help them to remember those wonderful times in their life, and just overall, to just improve their quality of life through the use of favorite music. Our approach is pretty simple. We teach people essentially a process called music detective, which is, getting to know someone, sampling songs that they love,
Yeah,
um, and trying to really get to the root of the songs that really matter most to them, especially the songs from a person's formative years, roughly ages 12 to 25.
yeah,
These favorite songs are pretty amazing because they tap deep memories, not lost to dementia, and can actually bring someone back to life, allowing them to converse and to socialize and ultimately to be more present, in their own life, for a period of time. So it's a wonderful gift, and it's a great thing for caregivers as well. It gives them, a way to reach a family member and a tool to use that provides them with critical respite as well. So
that's
that's what
really
we do in a
cool.
nutshell.
The music of your life, your personal soundtrack that taps into emotions and memories that helps bridge the synapses in in a troubled brain.
Amazingly, it can do
Yeah,
that. And if you think about it, I mean, I certainly have memories from my teenage years that can evoke, music
yeah,
that can evoke very specific memories. And that's really what, we're giving back to people
yeah.
because, amazingly, these songs stay stored in our brains because it's favorite music and because it's happening at this very specific point in our lives
Yeah.
where our brains are really taking a lot in. And it
Yeah.
makes sense, right? We think about it during our teenage years, there's a lot going on. We're becoming adults for the first time. And there's a lot of emotional memory being generated too, and that
Yeah.
helps to make the memories more concrete in the brain. And it's really lighting up pretty much every part of the brain when you're listening to favorite songs, which is why it really sticks with you. So
Hmm.
that period of a person's life is very important. So I've done my fair share of music detective, professionally and personally with my
Uh-huh.
own family. And I myself have done a little work on my own personalized music playlist because, as we always say, it's never too early to start thinking about that sort of thing.
That's a great idea. Not to mention, just listening to your personal favorite playlist just makes you feel good.
It
I'm
certainly
guessing,
does.
right?
Yeah.
Bringing back memories. So, another question: just how long has the organization Music and Memory been on this mission?
So Music and Memory got its start roughly 12 years ago, I think in 2010 or so, with this understanding that the music that we love the most is linked to our unconscious and conscious brains. And that's really how everyone kind of came together and it coalesced to, before it was a program, just with this simple idea that these songs are there. And we have to, if we can help people have them again, it can, vastly improve their quality of life. Um, and music therapists know this. And music and memory was actually started in part by music therapists who saw the need for a scalable model. They knew that this type of music, it was really beneficial in a therapeutic way. But they also understood that there was just no way for everyone to be reached by music therapists because I think at the time there were only about 7,000 in the US. So hence, a program like Music and Memory that can scale to reach a lot more people.
Yeah.
Um, And that's really how it got started, with this idea that, there are a lot of people that need the clinical expertise of a music therapist,
Yeah.
especially with more complex issues like they're living with Parkinson's or they've had a stroke. But even more people can benefit just simply by having access to their favorite music. And at the time, the technology was just becoming available to make that happen. This is 2010. The iPod was everywhere, it was
Yep.
ubiquitous. Everyone had that telltale little white wire coming
I
out
did.
in their
Yeah,
coat pocket. You remember those days.
I sure do.
But in a health setting, you didn't see that. And so our founder and former executive director, Dan Cohen, who started Music and Memory primarily, recognized that. He recognized that need and said, hey, when I end up in a nursing home or in some kind of care, I want to be able to listen to my favorite 60s music. That was
Right.
really important to him. And I can understand that. So that's how we got our start.
That's really cool. So Justin, if you could tell us a little bit about your organization's reach across North America, if there's other affiliations in other countries.
Sure, sure. So in the last 12 years, we've really, expanded. Music and Memory is now in over 5,800 sites across the US. We're in every state and I think 8 other countries. And thanks to state government leaders around the country, Music and Memory is now part of policy in 29 states
Wow, that's
and
amazing.
counting. So, we've come a long way since, Dan started the program back in 2010, with this simple idea. Um, and we're really grateful. And today we continue to provide personalized music training for healthcare settings and community settings, helping everyone to realize the potential of a program like this and just how much value it can bring as a tool into the lives of people living with dementia. And we're pretty proud of our work, as you can imagine.
I can imagine. What wonderful work. Being part of a singer and a singing organization, most of us have experienced the joy and thrill of connecting with an audience. And a lot of us have sung in assisted living homes, and you watch people kind of come in and they're out of it, and a certain song hits, and suddenly they're alive and they're singing along with you. It is incredible. Definitely a believer.
That must be an amazing experience to be able to connect
It's
with people in
incredible.
that way. Because
And
I'm sure there are so many special songs, that really are really meaningful to people from that era of time specifically.
yeah. Now,
When we teach the music detective process, because of where we are in time, most
yeah.
of the music that we're looking for is from a very specific era. And it sounds like a lot of the performing that you do is also of that same era, generally speaking, between 1935 and 1965. Am I correct?
Yeah, and there's even some a little more modern pieces, but yes, it's in the sweet spot of the audience that we're talking about for sure. Yeah. Now, as an organization, we're thrilled to be a partner with you to help spread the word, to help financially get involved. And one of our members has actually written an original piece, Mr. Stephen Delahanty, and I know you've heard it, but this will be the first time that members of our organization get to hear it. So I'd like to have us listen to it with you, if you don't mind.
I couldn't hear it enough. This is a great song.
Memories hidden in the mind can seem forsaken. Precious memories asleep that can't be wakened. It's then that music stirs the soul, and for a moment life returns, it seems, what the years have taken. Music and memories, music and memories, bringing music to the ones in need. With the music that we sing, we will always strive to please. That is the power of music and memory.
Jerry G. Lombardo singing that, guys. So thank you, Jay, and thank you, Stephen. What a gift you have both given us in our partnership with Music and Memory. So what do you think, Claire, Justin?
Love the song. My only critique is that it's too short. I think it's like a half. I could listen to that for another 3 or 4 minutes easy. And I love the content. So my hat's off to the crew who composed it. The lyrics are spot on. It speaks to what we do. Memories are not, they're not forsaken. They're there. And they can be reawakened. So thanks for writing our theme song.
Thanks, Mr. Stephen Delahanty. What an incredible piece of work that he's given us. What a legacy. So we'll talk about some ways that barbershoppers can help support music and memory. So direct contributions through your website.
Certainly, that's one of the ways that the society members can be involved. You can donate directly through the website or however you like, whatever seems most fitting.
Yeah.
You can also collect gently used equipment that we would then send over to facilities in need, who don't have the funds for their own equipment.
So like MP3 players, MP3
sure,
players,
gently used, as gently used as possible.
Yeah.
Refurbished MP3 players, older iPods or anything that's simple to use and mobile would be really useful in this setting. You can also just raise awareness for music and memory. We always need ambassadors to spread the word, and I think it seems pretty natural for your group to do that.
I really think it is.
So yeah, there are a number of ways to get involved, and anybody who's really interested can, of course, begin the work of helping to provide personalized music playlists at any certified organization. You're all welcome to do that as volunteers. That would be wonderful.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
As well as we'll have a link through our foundation, so guys can go donate directly through us, and the funds will make their way to you if you'd like to. You mentioned like 7,200 different facilities that you're attached to. So as these guys, quartets and lodges are in certain communities, if there happens to be one of these facilities, they could reach out and make a direct connection. That would be possible.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a map of all of our certified organizations on the website. So on our website, musicandmemory.org. So if anyone's interested in seeing where they are happens to be a certified organization, you can do so.
Awesome.
And then I think that would be a great connection.
Fantastic. So is there anything special you'd like to say to our membership?
Thank you so much for doing what you do. It brings me so much joy. I've been a fan of the organization since we met, Pete. I think the work that you guys are doing is fantastic. I don't have any requests other than, if anyone's interested in downloading our free guide and passing it along, I think that, that would be excellent. And we're happy to
your website in this. There's a link to your website in this, just under this recording. So guys, you can click on that and check it all out.
Well, sounds good.
Justin, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to our organization. And guys, this is an absolute marriage, I think, made in heaven. What a wonderful mission for us as singers and performers that give the gift of music to be aligned in helping sing memories to life. So Justin, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Pete. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
All right, you take care. See ya.